Hi, everyone. Hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel's Finding Value. Today we're going to go over gold and silver. Yes, finally, right? Um, Finally, the breakout that we were looking for. I'll show you in the charts what that looks like on gold. Very happy about this. Good XAU to gold ratio movement as well. It's looking quite good, guys. Market conditions are good. We had an overall down market in kind of stocks. And I think the rotation is beginning to happen. It doesn't mean that stocks down, gold up necessarily. We are going to see things start to break apart, hopefully. So let's jump in there. I'll give you my financial opinion. What I've got behind me is the US dollar currency index, the DXY. And we were pretty much a little bit up today, but we had a lower 10-year yield. So slightly stronger dollar, slightly weaker 10-year yield. This yield, I think, is going to continue higher over the short to medium term. It is in an uptrend. Yeah, we had a down day today, but it's not a reversal type pattern. But I think we will drift higher over time. Looking at gold, gold blew through the 1050 area and closed above it. Nice, strong closing. It looks absolutely fantastic. Looks like a bull market to me. And we are closing quite strong. I'd like to close above 1870. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit greedy. I get it. But I'd like to see this continued strength to the upside. That's what I like to see. Silver participating in that strength. I had a pullback and then a move higher. It looks like it did it all in one day almost. It pulled back earlier in the day and then finished very strong. We could see a move higher here, and I'd like to break above the 2450-ish area. That's where I'd really like to break. And then platinum, yeah, it was up today. It's right at that resistance line. Once we break through this, I think we'll see a big move higher in platinum when we break through this resistance line eventually. Looking at gold and silver miners in relationship to gold, we are peeking our head out above the resistance line in this ratio, which means that the gold and silver mining companies could see some outperformance here, so long that I think gold moves on up. So that's also looking good, and we should be looking at the gold and silver mining companies and royalty companies. Karora Resources, looking fantastic. Big old move to the upside, up 9%. Big picture view, we are breaking this big pattern, guys. This is where I want to be. Karora Resources. I've made my stake in it. I'm holding on. I think we're going to see a big move so long that gold accompanies the move up. If gold moves up, I think Karora is going to be a nice, good multiplier or a leveraged move to the upside of gold, I think, is what Karora Resources is going to be. EXK moving on up. Again, we're still not looking as good on silver as gold, but gold usually leads. I am expecting silver to turn up. This is a good spot to be looking at some of these silver companies down here like EXK. SILJ is looking a little bit better. It's not a reversal pattern on the monthly. Looking at the dailies, we do have some pretty good daily moves here. We are still within this little pattern here. I think we'll get around to moving higher so long that gold and silver move up with it. GDX being quite strong. Nice, good, strong buying pressure day in GDX. We are still in the pattern. We still got to break this big thing, but gold is looking good. So I think these will follow with it with a multiplier, meaning they're leveraged. MMNGF, Metallic Minerals. This is a small silver exploration company. We are still in this big pattern, guys, but when we break this thing and start moving on up, I think we'll see a big move higher for a lot of these companies. It is coming. Patience is still required, and we still have very good buy points for a lot of these companies. MMNGF is looking quite good down here. Koya Resources moving up quite well. We are still looking very good down here. This is a good spot to be looking to accumulate and sprinkling some money in. Discovery Silver up 6.25%. This has a lot of lower grade, lots of bulk tonnage where we may need to start mining these type of deposits in the future. And this guy, we're kind of pulled on back, zooming in. Yeah, we're kind of just moving sideways. I don't see a nice, huge reversal pattern yet, but I'm sure it'll come eventually. AG, First Majestic, looking quite strong. I like this one. I think we would see this thing continue higher. It looks quite good. From a long-term perspective on AG, First Majestic, I'm just going to zoom out for you because this has a really cool looking pattern, in my opinion. I just wanted to see where we're at. This is a big old pattern here. We are going to break this thing, and it's going to be a massive move higher. I would be looking to purchase probably right where we're at. I would do a little bit of sprinkling in if it were me right here. That looks really good. Newmont Corporation, looking good. Bullish, engulfing almost. Not quite, but it's very close. It's still looking quite good. This thing has a massive pattern all the way back into the 1970s is where it started. So you could say the 70s was the initial opening of this pattern. It went sideways, and then we're going to get, which could be a monumental break to the upside with inflation. And this pattern is basically saying a monumental move is coming. A shift in the markets is coming where money's going to rotate into precious metals companies at some point very soon. Mag Silver is a silver production company. You know, not too bad down here if you guys want to take a look at it. It's really gotten hit quite hard. This is Yamana Gold. Yamana Gold breaking to the upside. Massive 7.71% up day. Closed quite strong. I would be a buyer here. It's a good long break here. I think we're going to see a big move to the upside over time. Does that mean that every single day will be an up move? No, we could come back and do a retest. We could go sideways. It could do multiple things. But overall, big picture view, we are going to, I think, head on higher. So AUY is a good spot to be looking for a pickup here. Impact Silver still moving sideways. Silver isn't as bullish as gold, it seems like, at the moment, but I suspect that will change quite quickly if gold continues higher. AAGFF is looking good, kind of a bullish engulfing pattern. I like it down here, guys. It does carry quite a bit more risk, but it is ultra cheap down here. I bought a little bit, I admit it. So I sprinkled a little bit in there. Arcana Gold still chopping sideways, a little bit of an update today. I don't think this pattern looks as compelling as maybe some of the other patterns. It's just kind of a downward break, kind of rolling over. PLG is looking quite good where it's at right now. Good buying pressure. Nice, good falling wedge pattern that's broken to the upside. So this one could have a good, nice move higher here. So that one looks good. Sandstorm Gold, one that I really like. This is the one that I was piling into recently. Downtrend line broken to the upside. Big old pattern of the long-term trend breaking to the upside too. I think we're going to move higher here for Sandstorm Gold. So that'd be one that I would be adding into, and I have added into. Franco-Nevada reversing this selling portion and closing quite strong with a very large update. This is looking quite strong, guys. On a big picture view, I think we're going to see a big breakout here and a big move higher over short, medium term. So this is looking fantastic for a good move higher for Franco-Nevada. EMX is getting a little bit of buying pressure. I still like it down here if you guys like EMX. Teuton Resources, this is my my small cap with a ton of value royalty company, and this is the one that I kind of piled into. I've been cost averaging into this one just on a regular basis. Wheaton Precious Metals, nice good buying pressure, still in the pattern. We'll break this pattern soon and be off to the races. Gold Royalty, yeah, I still left the arrow in there, but it's looking good. We're finding some support down here. Metallo Royalty, MTA. Waiting for this guy to come up. Big, nice up day today. I would be a buyer down here. We're probably going to break this falling wedge pattern to the upside and have a big, nice move ahead of us. MMX, Mavericks Metals, another one. Nice big buying pressure today. I like the buying pressure across the board, everyone. We got a little bit of resistance through here that we're trying to break, but we'll break it. Royal Gold, Nice big move higher. We've already broken this downtrend, guys. You should be in it and riding it higher already. If not, you better jump on it. And then we've got this monster pattern over here. If we break this thing to the upside, you're going to see a monster move. This is going to be like monster times super times mega, so mega super monster move, which could potentially come if we can break all this stuff. And we have the inflationary environment that I think that's coming. And then we've got Cisco Gold royalties. Nice big update today. Nice good buying pressure. Everything looking really good, guys. It's nice to feel like we're winning. I mean, gold's looking quite good. We've broken that big pattern. Does it mean we go straight higher? I mean, maybe. Maybe we get a little bit of a retest move. Sometimes it gets people a little bit annoying because you get the big break, then you kind of come back and retest, and then you go. But now's the time to be looking at the companies that you want to purchase. What companies do I like? If you guys want a high flyer that's got the leverage to it, and I also think that's kind of like a lower risk leveraged play, Karora Resources is the one that I really like. I also like Sandstorm Gold. I think they've got the bounce, and I think they've got I think they can move quite well with this market with the lowest risk tied to it. Because Karora Resources is already profitable, so I think they can expand their mining. So I think they could do pretty well over there in Australia. Some of the royalty companies like Teuton Resources, that's just huge value there. It's a small cap company. It's got a ton of pounds in the ground. I should say ounces of the ground, not pounds, but ounces, with a lot of their projects and royalties. So I think if gold prices go up substantially, I think Teuton's going to be a very highly leveraged move if that's what you're looking for. Something like a Franco-Nevada, Wheaton Precious Metals, those are the types that you'd want if you just want leverage to the move and you want the least risk. They're well-diversified royalty companies that I think would be good ones to put a bulk, good bulk of money in, and that's what I've done. So I've got a good bulk in Franco-Nevada, Wheaton Precious Metals, Royal Gold. I've been bulking up on a Cisco Gold royalty. I've got a good stake in Sandstorm Gold, and my high flyer in the royalty area is Teuton. I do own gold royalty from my Ely Gold purchases, but I haven't really added much to it. And I do own EMX, but that's more of a slush fund of metals than just precious metals. So there's that. Karora Resources is the mining company I own. I own some exploration companies that also look quite good. I'll pull one up here to show you one that I think that looks kind of good right now is Irving Resources, IRVRF. It's a company with Quinton Henney in Japan. They've had a nice, solid move higher, and then they've had a pullback. And what I'm seeing right now is very positive development on this side here. But looking at it from the big picture view, we've got bullish patterns forming on the right-hand side, and I think this is going to head higher very soon. So you got to get on it if you want a gold exploration company. Another one that I was looking at is Tudor Gold. Tudor Gold is one that has lots of upside potential. I think we're getting close. The way that I'm playing it is more with Teuton Resources, which has 20% stake in this property, and they've got royalties on a whole bunch of other things. But Tudor Gold's another one. If you guys want an exploration company, I'm playing it through Teuton on the more so. I've got a little bit of money in Tudor Gold. Another one that I cover regularly is Metallic Minerals and Discovery Silver. So those are the ones that I'm playing with it. I don't really hold. I mean, I own a couple other ones, small amounts. But anything that Eric Sprott's kind of big on, I've been holding on to it. And if the charts look good, like Irving Resources is starting to look pretty good, that might be one to look into. So, guys, like the content, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And thank you for listening. This is Finding Value.